Cheers. Happy Monday. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. How's your day going? Hope it's going well. I've got here, ladies and gentlemen, a iced coffee mint mojito. Mojito. Oh, God, I'm sorry if I'm culturally appropriating these ingredients, but that's what it is, a mint mojito. I'm probably not saying that right because I don't drink, and there's no alcohol in it. Iced coffee, homemade with a French press, over ice, fresh mint right here from the front garden. It's my landlord Cheryl's. Cheryl's got a good front garden. And so I decided to make a little mint mojito. And I know it's 4:17 Eastern Standard Time, and I've made it clear I'm trying to cut out my second cup. But you know what, guys, gals, and everyone in between? I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't do crime. I don't party. I don't spend money on anything other than Greek yogurt, dog toys, and rent. Okay? Can I have a mint mojito? Can I? Can I, Jerry? That sounds like, remember that high voice episode of Seinfeld? Hi, Jerry? Elaine? And he confuses the female. Okay, I'm not going to do a Seinfeld reference. Come on, stop doing it. I don't know what you're talking about. You got kids watching this. It's your TikTok fans. Speaking of TikTok, guys, you know they removed my buttocks last week. But, I mean, it was bad. It was bad. I lost a lot of potential views. And then they go, after removing my ass from the talk, and totally redeem themselves. I am back, baby. Had a viral video. My Fauci went viral. My ouchie Fauci went viral, and I'm back. Because they tend to punish you. This is what I've heard. This is what I heard from like bigger TikTokers. They'll actually punish you. If you put up a video and you break their rules, they'll give you a little timeout. A little ticky-tacky timeout. Okay? Tyler, want to do a timeout? And they don't give you views on your next video. That's happened to me. I've had videos have hundreds of thousands of views. They give me a little slap on the wrist. The next one has like 4 views. But I'm back. So I did this Fauci video. I'll never understand this. The less effort I put into pretty much anything, the bigger the payoff. I literally just I was going out, I had a show, I said, you know what, let me just do a quick video, put it online so I feel accomplished for the day. I hold up the camera, just a quick video, make sure you mask up in the shower. It was pretty much the same as the ass video, but I just did it in Fauci's voice. Maybe at some point, possibly we can consider the idea of conceptualizing the sort of phenomenon of reopening, but probably not. That was the whole video. I wake up next morning. It's got almost 500,000 views on TikTok, and that's what I like about TikTok. They give your video a bigger chance to actually go viral, whereas Instagram, no way. No siree. Then a site, I forget what it's called. It's some like anti-liberal Instagram page, or it's called like calling out the libs or something like that. I don't know. Without me knowing, then they took my video from TikTok, put it on Instagram, and it's got 500,000 views on that page. I wake up and I got all these notifications, and I usually don't get many. If I do a video, it kind of dies out. Well, what's going on here? Like in old videos, followers are going up, and then I discover that it's on that page. Well, fuck me running. I got 1,000 followers in 24 hours. All right? I had 6,000 followers, which took me 6 years. Maybe more, 7. So it's taken me about a year to get 1,000 followers. Every year I get 1,000. Well, I get 1,000 overnight from this thing. And it really got my wheels turning. Not to mention, I assume it's more conservatives and Republicans on this site, I suppose. But I looked down, one of the first comments I got was from Laura Trump, Donald Trump's son's wife, Eric Trump's wife. And I was like, what? It was just weird. I felt like I was in a weird dream or something. But anyways, I appreciate them putting the video up, and I can give a shit where my videos go. I'm not going to change what I do. This is why things are so polarizing right now, because I'm sure people are like, well, Tyler's a Republican now because he's getting re-grammed by the anti-libs, and it's like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Whoever wants to put stuff up, they can do it. And I wrote to the guy, I said, hey, if I get another Fauci video, can I put it up? And he goes, please, I'd love more Fauci, but don't force it. I thought that was cool. You know, this guy wants viral videos. He goes, only give it to me if it feels right. So, you know, and by the way, that Fauci impression came because I had to do him for an audition. So it's another kind of milking the cow, lemon in the lemonade situation. Be open to where things can lead, because I don't think I ever would have done a Fauci, as far as I'm concerned. So the great Laura Trump, right? She gave me the crying emoji, sort of sideways face, and I'm not going to say it's a racial thing, because the eyes, you can tell they're squint, but I'm not going to say it's a Chinese emoji. I won't say it, right? The virus came from China, but the emojis will probably also came from China, right, Fred? Right, Freddie? Because, and that's my father's name, Fred, and my dog and my dad's name have the same name, which is funny, right? That's funny stuff. But the great Laura Trump, right? She's so good. And she's one of my son's wives. I forget which one, but she's a great, and we welcomed her into the family, right? We said, Laura, she's one of us. We gave her the old Trump initiation, and by that I mean we ignored her for 3 years, and now she's one of us. So she's got the big lips, right? She's got the big lips. I'm saying she's probably got something in there, right? A little bit of the Botox. I love Botox, huh? I love Botox. So a weird couple of days, but it's funny because I've been trying to like do these impressions on late night talk shows for a couple years. No, maybe more than that. Probably 6 years or so. I've been in touch, maybe 6 or 7, in touch with different bookers from late night talk shows. You know, the Jimmy Fallons, the Jimmy Kimmels, the Johnny Jommels, the Jamie, whoever else is on there. And in 24 hours, this video gets over 1 million views. And I was like, I'm behind the times, because if I got on the late night and I did a set and I did Fauci and a couple others, these videos maybe get a couple 100,000. So I'm just kind of letting go of that idea that I have to do a late night set. And it's just weird, because I was looking back on some emails talking to the booker of Jimmy Kimmel. And they wanted me to do stand-up, but they wanted they wanted my tape to be good so that Jimmy saw it and wanted me to do stand-up. And I remember one of the notes, because I would throw in I wanted to do impressions for that, because I thought that's a good bang for your buck. If most of the country is going to watch this, I want them to watch and see the impressions and then look me up to want to watch more videos. Her note was, I really don't think you should do these impressions, because Jimmy's friends with these celebrities and, he might be offended. May I remind you that Jimmy Kimmel has done a few impressions in his time. Maybe you remember this one. Let me pull it up. Of him doing Karl Malone in what I would describe as black body. Not just blackface. Black body. I've never seen the extent of blackface to cover the whole body. Here he is playing Karl Malone in black body. So I can't do my Come on, I'm Owen Wilson. I'm on Kimmel. This is crazy. Wow. So offensive, right? I mean, it's so offensive. But he can go in black body, and it's not a problem. So, you know what? It's like, fuck you. That's what I'll say. Fuck you. Not to her. The Booker was nice, and I'm sure Kim was nice. But just a general fuck you to the industry that tries to mold and give notes. And, oh, we want to be safe and give you the right thing, and we want your set to be this. And they rip apart your stand-up. And everyone goes through this. They're not going to tell you that. Everyone I know has miserable experiences on these shows. You know, they just jumble up their stand-up. So he can go and do black body, and I can't say, wow. So, you know what? If these liberal hate sites are going to let me do my impressions and post them, then hey, God bless America. Okay? Okay, God bless the United States of America while Jimmy's in black body, right? They call me racist. They say I'm racist, but I'm giving people opportunities. He's over here doing black body, right? This is really sad, nasty stuff. I mean, by the way, he's stealing paint from children because the amount of dark, black and brown paint they had to use, they probably took it from underprivileged children, which I'm helping. Okay, so the coffee's kicking in, frankly. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm a Republican now. Okay, I am, man. Here's an impression for you. This is a new one, maybe a new old one. This is I got to work on some characters. This is the cowboy. This is a cowboy. Here, I'll put a cowboy hat on. If you're listening, you can't see, but I'm really dedicated. The cowboy who you can't understand, except for every once in a while, he says one word clearly. I'll tell you, man, I go down there to fight a bear. He told me back to bane, he took my horse behind the damn barn. He told me I got anal warts. That's what they say to me that far down. Oh. And I told me I got raped in jail, man. I got raped in jail. I told Bill Cosby to don't dare there. That's a new one. There it is. Because my agent, which isn't actually an agent, how about them apples? This is how much I've fallen out of the industry. I started working with what I thought was an agent, and she's actually a manager. So Tyler's been doing his research. Whoopsie. I was like, oh, I got an agent. And then I talked to a friend. She goes, she's a manager. It's all just one big cloud of nonsense to me. Agent, manager, blackface, black body, Owen Wilson impression. It's all entertainment, and it's all bullshit. Unless you're willing to play the game. That's what I realized. It's all a game. It's all make-believe. It's all people just guessing who's going to be hot and what people are going to want. And it all comes down to who's going to, how they make the most money. So, as resentful and jaded as I sound, I'm actually not. I feel better than I've ever felt about being in this business because it took me 10 years, 11 years actually, of doing this in New York pretty consistently to go, just play the game. Just roll the dice and move your little fucking horse onto Park Avenue and collect your money, and it's all fine. But I wish they told me that in acting school. They don't teach you any of that. So if you're a new actor or you want to be an actor or a comedian, whatever, just play the game. Because it's all a game. People are going to use you. They're going to abuse you. They're going to throw you to the curb if you're not doing well. If, the one agent I met with had just got rid of Melissa V. Senor. I don't know her name, and it's not racist, though some people think it is. If you can't pronounce a minority's last name, it actually just means you probably aren't good at pronouncing words. Right here. They got rid of her right before she got on SNL because she wasn't booking enough. So, play the game, it's your life. All you have to do is fall in love, play the game. Everybody play the game of love. That's Queen. Did you watch Biden's speech? I've been asking crowds. I've been doing a lot of stand-up, which is why I'm a little out of it, because I'm not used to just using all that dopamine. Goddamn dope man in there. I told him I ain't there. She told me I ain't there. Fucking Asian prostitute. They took my money there, didn't they? So I've been asking people, hey, you excited for a new president? The crowd goes, well, yeah, we're excited for a new president. Woo! And then I said, did you watch Biden's address to Congress? And they go, I'm like, well, he's given, 2 speeches? You can't be that excited about the guy if you're not going to watch the speech. Can we get the guy a 5-hour energy? Can we get him a macchiato? Can we get him a cortado? Can we get him a flat white? Please, aren't you embarrassed by how low your energy is, Biden? This is what, besides it taking him 8 years to take his mask off, he also, I don't know if you saw the video where he couldn't find his mask. He walked out to the podium, this was a different speech, doesn't have a mask on, walks to the podium, and freaks out because he doesn't have his mask to put on, which he would then take off. So, where's my mask? Where's my mask? Where's my mask? And he just freaks out, goes, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. And then a doctor runs out and sneaks it in his back pocket, and he pulls it out. The messaging on all of this stuff is atrocious. It's atrocious. I don't know what else to say. I don't understand it. If the goal is to get as many people who aren't vaccinated, you have to get them excited about it. They're doing everything wrong, in my opinion, because tell them that when you get the tell them they can go do whatever they want. Instead, they're saying, if you get the vaccine, still mask up. So stupid. I mean, I'm not getting it. I told you why, and that's that. But there's some people who are probably older and sicker and larger and more diabetic than me who probably need to be persuaded to get the damn thing. And you're giving them no incentive. Okay? We're a touchy people. Once you get the vaccine, Governor Cuomo will give you a kiss on the mouth. How about that? How about the fact that 10 women have now come out against a great governor, and it's like nobody cares? What I'm realizing is if you're on the right side of politics, if you're in the right political party, you get away with sexual assault and lying and being a douchebag. Am I crazy for saying that? I feel like I'm woke now. And it ain't the fucking critical race theory, billion genders, don't follow your dreams, take a seat if you're a white person, go out and protest all day and night, forget about your own life and goals kind of woke. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I'm paying closer attention to politics and politicians than I ever have. I mean, I just voted for my first time ever. Ever. I forgot to start the timer. God damn it. I just voted for my first time ever because I didn't know anything about politics. I thought I didn't deserve to vote. I would go to vote and go, wait a minute, I've done no research. I don't know anything about the candidates. I don't feel comfortable voting on a gut feeling, like they did with George Bush. Like, I could see myself getting a beer with this guy. Like, I could, that's what they said in the news. I don't know if you remember. I could have a beer with George. I could see that, so I'll vote for him. And then everybody voted for me. And then I became president. Biden's kind of like a mashup of George Bush and, oh God, let's see, Mr. Magoo, maybe. He's guys like somewhere mashed in the middle of George Bush and Mr. Magoo, because Mr. Magoo's kind of like this, Mr. Magoo like a Mitch McConnell type of thing. And then George Bush right here, and then you can't miss me at this. You're America's semi-racist. Remember I'm Booba Bear. Tell me what you think of that mashup. I think I'm onto something there. I love doing the mashup. So that's what I think woke is for me, at least. And I'm not, I don't have a political affiliation. I don't have one because it's too confusing. And when I did, I guess I was registered Democrat because that's just like, I guess what I was born into. It's basically like religion. I don't even remember making that choice, but it was on my my thing. But I don't want to have a party because I felt like I was excusing behaviors because it was like my party. So, no, my party wouldn't do that. My party wouldn't grab him by the pussy. My party doesn't do that. My party's good. Now I'm sounding like Theo Vaughn a little bit. I gotta work on Theo Vaughn, know what I'm saying? Biden the Diden. Biden. If you don't know who Theo Vaughn is, very funny comic. And I almost got this mullet thing that I could do. He's got a mullet, so man, I'm gonna work on my Theo Vaughn. Cause that shit's crazy, man. He's like a almost like a urban hick. And no disrespect, he's one of my favorite comics. But he's like if he grew up like in the South, but he was also a rapper. So he's kind of got that twang, but also got that fucking street thing going on. You know what I'm saying? I got the fucking iced fucking mojito. I'm mojito in the line. That's how he talks. It's almost like kind of poetic in a way. So, I don't want to chew on ice while I'm talking to you, but can you just give me a second? Because I can't edit the podcast, so I can't edit this out. Sorry about that. I don't want to excuse things, and I see the media doing that. They do it on both sides. This is what I do now. If a story hits, I watch right-wing media, I watch left-wing media. For no other reason than to try to actually figure out what's happening. The right will say it one way, the left will say it the other way. They're the complete opposites. And, this is going to be unpopular to say, there's usually actually a little bit of truth on both sides. And then I kind of build the case, and it's usually somewhere in the middle, which is where most of the country is. But these fucking radical media platforms are destroying our country. News should not be emotional. Podcasts should be emotional from comedians and entertainers. I don't want emotion behind the news. We got to bring it back to when they just reported. Well, today, who could I do? There's somebody, Gerald Ford died today. Who is that? I don't even know his name, but I liked his news voice. Today, 500 people were killed in Cambodia. And the president was caught getting a blowjob in the Oval Office. Let's go to Tammy to see what the weather will be this week. You know, it was neutral. And then let the people decide. Honestly, I think it's the biggest threat to this country, the news. The fake news, frankly, I do, okay? Maybe one of the few things I agreed with on Donald Trump is that it's fake news, but it's all fake news. That's the thing. It's not just the left. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's all for money. So that's how I feel awaked is because I actually do my research. That's really it. That's it. I do my research. You want to tell me this, that, or the other about police being racist and gunning down black people? I'm going to go and actually look up the numbers to see what the numbers are before I make a decision. And goddamn fuck me running. Most of the time, I'm blown away by the reality, by the actual facts. They are never what they're presenting in the news. And how many people do you think that are protesting and all that actually know the numbers? How many people do you think who supported the MLB moving what was it, championship or something? I don't know, sport ball. But they moved the game from Georgia to Denver, and I did as much research. I did as much research as I could. It's bad when you say you're doing research and you can't say the word research. I did a lot of research. I've been doing a lot of research lately, and I learned a lot. I learned that 1 out of every 2 studies are made up. Did you know that? The more you know. I did a lot of research. And as far as I could tell, it's actually easier to vote in Georgia than Denver. But this is a long bill. I couldn't read the whole thing. I don't think the MLB read any of it. And it's basically whatever channel you're watching, that's the decision you make. They sum it up. They leave out a ton of facts. It's boiled into a tweet. And you see it, you take it at face value, and you either go, this is horrendous, or this is awesome, and you tweet whatever makes sense for you. Namaste. Anyways, I was talking about Biden's speech. What I find interesting about Joe Biden when he gives his speech is he actually has a lot of energy in the beginning of it, right? And he builds up and he crescendos. But then the most important part of what he's saying, he whispers and you can barely hear it. It's so weird. He's like, we're the best country in the world. It's the United States of America, for God's sakes. It's the best country in the world. All we gotta do is we gotta fight systemic racism. It's the best country in the world, and we just got through a pandemic. We got through a pandemic that killed 500,000 people. Like, who is writing his speeches? Who's coaching him? Owen Wilson? Man, we got a great country, dude. I'm telling you. It's one of the best countries in the world. It really is. I got one word to describe this country. Wow. Come on, man. Come on. Perfect time for a siren to go by. Perfect time. Perfect time. New York City's back, you piece of shit. You piece of shit city. The city just waits for something important to happen, and then they send out an ambulance to ruin your goddamn flow. Can you hear it? There. You hear that? Huh? New York tells you when it's back, by the way. Great. I like to pull a clip from every podcast. This was the chunk. This was going to be the clip that I pulled. New York will tell you when it's back. Everyone's like, when is New York going to be back? New York will let you know when it's back. And you know when it's back when you become New York's bitch again. That's when. And New York just reminded me I'm its little fucking bitch. All right. So Biden does the whisper thing. But it's the opposite. It's the complete opposite of what Trump did. Because do you remember Trump? Basically, when Trump was giving a speech, he would start really relaxed, and then he would scream the most important part. You remember? He'd be like, "So we're doing great things. Look at this crowd. What a great crowd. I'm here to tell you the country's doing good, right? We're doing so good. We're doing so good. But be careful because the radical left, they're rapists, they're murderers, they're coming into the country, they're putting drugs into our children, and they're raping our children, right? They are putting our grandparents in cages and chopping the fingers off. It's very nasty, it's very sad, but we're back. We're doing great. Mike Pence knows." It's like, calm down, Donald. Go ahead and calm down. Well, he's calm, he's gone. But now that I'm part of the Trump family, now that they're commenting on my videos, I've got to be careful what I say. I got to respect our president. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I've been doing that on stage, and people are okay because I was doing Trump's voice in other jokes, and they're like, I don't think so. A little triggering. But that's been going well when I do when I talk about the two different speeches. You know what I realized? I think the people that really hate Trump, loathe Trump, is because he reminds them of their dad. I really think that. I really do. And I think the people who love Trump, absolutely love him, it's because he reminds them of their dad. That's a theory I had. I'd love to maybe hear a political expert, break that down. Maybe a psychologist and a political expert talk about it. So, hey, I think I'm going to do a shorter show today. I forgot the time. I don't know, man. I think I have Alzheimer's or something. I definitely have Asperger's. We all will have Asperger's for about 6 months. So just be prepared. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. You know what? I do want to tell you this because I had the joke about not seeing anybody's face, like dating somebody and not seeing their face for a bunch of dates. That was a joke. It was a joke, but it actually happened. And it's not someone I'm dating, but it is someone I was kind of hanging out with a little bit. A woman that moved to my neighborhood has a dog. So we would just like hang out in the park. Our dogs would play. We weren't dating by any means. We've never went on a date, but we're spending a lot of time together. I was like, I'll just get to know this person. And she never took her mask off for, it's been 2 months, and I see her many times a week. And yesterday she was walking down the street and she sees me and she just pulled it down, and I've kind of froze. I froze, and and like she looked attractive without the mask, with the mask, and she's attractive without it. But I imagined, I finished her face with my mind when it was masked up. You know what I mean? Like my mind just created a face, and obviously it wasn't that at all. It was like a totally different face. And I was surprised, and I think she thought I thought she was ugly because she pulled it down and I go, "Oh, there's your face." And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Huh, there it is." And then I crawled into a manhole and I spent 4 days there. It's just weird. Ambulance is coming. They could tell I'm starting to die on this podcast. They're like, "Let's get him. Let's go pick up Fischer. Get him to stop. He's losing steam. He's pulling a Biden. This country of the world. You're our first female female vice president." But the white supremacists, gotta get rid of the white supremacists. That's what I'm saying. Get your vaccine. It's a patriotic duty, man. Come on, man. It's a patriotic duty. It's a patriotic duty. And also, I will end on a high note. I am back in the game. I'm asking out strangers in the park, and I finally got a date tomorrow. Woo! It's getting easier. It really did work. Just rinse and repeat, I just talking to people, chatting, and wouldn't you know it, walking in the park yesterday, and this woman sees Freddie, and she said, can he say hello? Can he say hello? It was Marissa Tomei from My Cousin Vinny. That's who I'm going out with. My biological clock. I'm restraining myself from doing the monologue from My Cousin Vinny. When he comes out and asks what kind of pants he should wear. You ever see that movie? One of the best movies ever. He's going hunting and he goes, "What kind of pants? Are these pants okay?" She's like, "What? Who cares what kind of pants you wear? Picture you're a deer. You're prancing along, you spot a little brook. You put your little deer lips down to the cool, clear water, and bang! A fucking bullet rips off part of your head. Your brain is laying on the ground in little bloody pieces. Now let me ask you, are you gonna give a shit about what kind of pants the son of a bitch who shot you was wearing?" Had to do it. I'm sorry. If you don't know that monologue, look it up. See My Cousin Vinny. One of the best freaking movies ever. So, no, she wasn't Marissa Tomei. But she asked if she could talk to Freddie, and I said yes. And then Freddie just lays, oh my God, he just sprawls out on her. And he's just in heaven. And he loves women more than men. He starts she's scratching his belly. And I even said, this is how just weird things are right now. I went to say, oh, he loves women more than men. And then I had a small panic attack because I thought, I'm in Brooklyn. I'd say 30 to 40% of people now identify as not a woman. And so I stuttered because I was literally afraid to assume she was a woman. I don't think that's good. But I was like, oh, he likes humans more than non-humans. Is that what we have to do now? Just go, hello, human. Hi, Earthling. Good day, Earthling. So, I said, hey. Oh, this is what I said. I said, I like your hair. She had really, purpley hair. It was, really bright and shiny and nice. And I said, was that a pandemic thing? Did you do that during the pandemic? And she said, no, it was a breakup thing. And I thought, interesting. She's dropping that she went through a breakup. Taking notes, ladies. You're very good at dropping subtle hints without being explicit. You're very covert. But old T-Bone took out the little filing cabinet, and I filed that away. So, okay. If she wasn't interested, she wouldn't mention that. So that's really all I went off of. I said, hey, you want to go for a walk with me and Freddie in the park? And she said yes. She said yes. And I decided this time to say, let me give you my number. Because that way, I'm meeting in the middle from people thinking men are aggressive and toxic and patriarchal. So I thought, let me give her my number. And that way, the ball's in her court. And it felt like a good compromise because inevitably, she would have to make the decision to reach out, to send her name. She didn't. So I texted her and said, I forgot your name. Do you want to go out? And we're going out tomorrow. So, hey, keep at it, you single freaks. We got this. It was a tough year. Toughest for single people. I think it was harder for single people, right? The hardest part about being single during the pandemic was having to listen to the people in relationships complain. That's what I think. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching, for listening. This will be up today, the audio, and tomorrow it will be on YouTube. Patrons always get it first, all right? If you'd like to support this podcast, it is patreon.com/Tyler Talks. I appreciate any penny you're able to give monthly. You can pick your price. You get a free comedy show every month. You get the podcast first, videos first, everything first. It's all goes to you because you guys are telling me what to do, not the Jimmy Kimmel Booker. Fuck everybody. I'll see you next week. Have a good week. Do something nice for yourselves.